Sheikh, I want to ask question that I am having so serious marital issues. I
Okay.
am at my mother's home and my husband forced me to live at my mother's home because my in-laws are not willing to give me back home, and they used to say that even I apologized whatever I did in anger, I did arguments, and but even I cried and I said sorry to everyone, either I was fault or not. But in spite of this, my husband forced me that you have to live your at mother's home as my home conditions are not well or suitable for you. So he is also not coming here to see me or give me any expenses, or you can say he's not giving me anything. Is it right? And he said, being a Muslim, I have to obey him because he is my husband, and it's not his will. So I can't get separate home.
Do you have children?
No, I don't have children.
Okay, I'll answer you, inshallah. This issue of Shireen being forced to leave her husband and go back to her parents' house simply because her in-laws don't like her or would not accept her apology or for any reason. This issue is reoccurring, and it's one of the saddest issues that I always face, especially in counseling sessions. And I have this like on daily basis, sometimes a lot on weekly basis, sometimes twice a day. The same complaint. And the origin of this is that in the subcontinent, they have this, with all due respect, stinking habit of forcing the wife to live with her in-laws. So they all live in a joint family. Now, in some cases, this is a good thing if the woman is accepting, and if the parents of the husband are logical, diplomatic, wise, and rational people. The vast majority of cases I get are from tyrants. The in-laws are usually the most evil people on earth. And their son admits this. I get counseling sessions like this, and the husband says, my father is evil. My mother is a witch, and she doesn't fear Allah. She seems to be praying and reading the Quran, and she looks like hijabi, but Shaykh, wallahi, she is the worst of all people. And they speak about their moms like this. Sometimes it's the other way around. Sometimes it's the wife who's lazy, disobedient, disrespectful, doesn't want to do anything, and wants to be treated like a queen. I'm not going to say who's right, who's wrong, but generally speaking, the concept of joint family is totally unacceptable. Islamically, it's a woman's right in Islam to live in a separate house, not to take in her in-laws, or not to move into her in-laws' home and be expected to work as a servant. And this is what's happening in the subcontinent. A man marries a woman, she serves his sisters, his in-laws, his own in-laws, and their children and his parents. She has to do the chores, she has to wake up early, she has to cook, she has to clean and iron and do the whole 9 yards. Where is it in Islam is this? It's cheaper and more decent to get a maid from abroad, pay like 1,500 riyals or so and get it over with. So this is the vast majority of the problems I'm getting in counseling sessions. And not only that, we have a problem with mommy's boy. So the man who's supposed to be a real man, a husband, a woman marries a man so that he becomes her rock. He becomes someone who protects her, who defends and stands for her. But unfortunately, the vast majority of such quote unquote men, they get married and their mom says, oh, she's doing this, she's doing that, and he puts all his rage and anger on her. She's a victim. Did you look into it, cross-examine the evidences? No, my mom said, my mother never lies. While his mother is the most blatant liar on earth. and he will be held accountable on the day of judgment. Not only that, let him divorce this poor woman. Do you think Allah will leave him? Do you think this will not come back to haunt him with his second or third or fourth wife, with his children, with his daughters? Payback is, you know what? And Allah Azza wa Jalla doesn't leave things unaccounted for, unpunished. You have to pay back. So he sends her to her parents. Okay, did you divorce her? No, I'm compelled to do that. Okay, are you providing for her, giving her allowance to live in her parents' house for food, for whatever she needs? No. So what is this? What are you doing? I'm pressuring her to file for khul' and return the gold and return the mahar. Wallah, you're not a man. With all due respect, you're a wimp. You're a mummy's boy. You have no dignity. You have no honor when you want the wealth and money of your wife, not because of something wrong she did, but because you're not a real man. Akhi, have a spine. Fear Allah Azza wa Jal. And don't claim and pretend that, oh, I'm a good Muslim, I pray Taraweeh, I read the Quran. You are full of hot air. You have nothing to relate you to real manhood and real chivalry and real Islam. So what he's doing is wrong, and may Allah make things easy. Why did I ask you, do you have children? Because staying in such a marriage is a very bad investment. Let's assume after 6-7 months, he forgives you and gets you back. Do you think things are going to go well? A dog's tail is always crooked. It's never straight. It's never going to be straight. And his family is like this, and he's mummy's boy. So maybe you should negotiate. Well, actually, you have to think it over with your parents and your wise people in the family. Is it worthwhile still having all the eggs in one basket? Is it worthwhile staying in this marriage? Or it's best to run and call it a day? Because when the stocks are falling down in the stock market, the best thing to do is to sell, because the damages are going to increase. So run with whatever you can, and Allah knows best.